I'm sorry, sir, you got a problem? Sir, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. I'm a judge. I can do whatever I want. 25-53048PH. I have Rhonda Underwood appearing on behalf of Ms. Heimerdinger. Both parties are present in person. This is the date and time set for sentencing on a probation violation. Are you satisfied with Ms. Underwood as your attorney and the advice that she's given you?
As of up until right now, just until some recent, when I was here last time and I pled guilty to this case, I was told that there would be no jail time regarding this case.
And who told you that?
She did. You guys went in the back and talked about this and then came back out.
Okay, so Ms. Heimerdinger, you understand this is a recommendation?
Yes.
I'm a judge. I can do whatever I want. I could send you to prison if I wanted to today. I could give you jail, or I may continue your probation. You understand that?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to guess that there were discussions about what we were going to do on this, and you have now paid all this off, correct?
Yes.
Okay, since the date I arraigned you.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that's what I asked you to do.
Yeah, everything has been paid off.
Right,
Yes.
Okay, all right. So what does that have to do with whether or not Ms. Underwood has represented you? Has she given you legal advice?
Yes.
All right, and was it appropriate legal advice?
Yes.
Did she review the pre-sentence report with you?
Yes.
Was she respectful to you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, all right. So are you ready to proceed to sentencing?
Yes.
Ms. Underwood, is there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client?
Very much so, Your Honor. Ms. Heimerdinger, as she said, has made significant efforts and paid off fines and costs. Ms. Heimerdinger is employed. Where are you employed?
Cement City Market.
Cement City Market. She's working. In addition, Ms. Heimerdinger has been on colors, Your Honor, and I believe has been clean on those colors.
She has not been
results
clean.
are here, but
Hold on, Ms. Teskey?
She has not been clean, Your Honor. She has tested positive numerous times for marijuana and alcohol. With the last, I can bring up her drug screens. She has not been clean.
Is alcohol and marijuana a term of her probation she can't use?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, it's alcohol, marijuana.
I started dropping clean the last time you were in. I stopped smoking weed when I went.
Speak up louder for me.
I stopped smoking marijuana when I started reporting. I started dropping clean the last time that I was in your courtroom on October 10th. I think there was 2, maybe 3 dirty marijuanas, but I have been clean since then.
All right, Ms. Underwood, you may proceed.
At any rate, Your Honor, she's making strides. She's paid money. She's done things we want probationers to do. I don't think jail time in this matter is warranted, Your Honor. Let's continue her on probation and have her complete and show Ms. Teskey that she can get this done.
So, Ms. Teskey, I think the confusion is Ms. Walsh or Ms. Teskey. It said that her drug testing results were attached, but they weren't on my packet. So I'm sorry about that. That's probably where that confusion came in. So the last time she tested, was she clear?
So yeah, she's finally clean, Your Honor. But from 8/19, when I ordered her to do colors, she was positive consistently for ETG and THC until 10/13. All the while reporting to me, I explained to her she has to, are you drinking alcohol? She denies use. I have positives that indicate that she was drinking. We can't just we can't just keep her on probation. She's way past her max date because of how long she absconded. I haven't been able to verify the city market job. She hasn't brought me a check stub. She hasn't brought me any of that. I do believe that there needs to be a consequence for absconding for as long as what she did.
I thought absconding was dead time. And I could extend her probation because we don't count that 3 years.
I mean, I guess we can, I don't know.
I've always, nobody else, I just looked at Mr. Stevenson, but he's not here. It was my understanding if somebody absconded, that's dead time. And so I can't extend their probation or continue them on probation.
Okay.
Pretty sure, let's see here. Let's see. I know Mike's here, maybe he can answer.
Mike Stevenson.
Hi, I'm on the record with Sarah Teskey, and I remember a case where somebody absconded for like 3 years from probation. And because they absconded, that's dead time. So I can still continue them on probation no matter.
Yeah, you can add that time.
Okay,
Yeah, we've done that before.
okay, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, Ms. Teskey, she absconded like, what, 90 days after being placed on probation? Double
Let me
check
look
here.
here.
Looking, she was placed on probation in February of 22 and absconded in June of 22 and was gone for 3 years. Okay, all right. Anything else, Ms. Underwood?
Just that Ms. Humdinger has a stack of letters from character attestations, Your Honor. And a courtroom full of people, or significant support here in the courtroom, Your Honor. We would request that Ms. Humdinger be given one shot at probation, Your Honor.
Ms. Heimerdinger, anything you want to say on your own behalf?
Absolutely, I do. I have a letter I'd like to read.
Okay.
Hello, Your Honor, people of the court, and anyone else listening today. My name is Jamie Heimerdinger, and I'd like to address the court not as an addict, not as a convict, not as a felon, but as a human being. A human being who has made plenty of mistakes in her life. Since my early days, I have been in and out of the system, rehab, prison, and jail. I have seen my kids taken from me. I have burnt bridges with people that I love the most. And here today, every one of them sits in this courtroom. The depths of my support have gotten me where I am today. I have made mistake after mistake after mistake my entire life. I have been to my lowest point a person can go, but I stand before you today as a mother, an active member of my community, a sister, a friend, and a daughter. For decades, I roamed with no direction. I lost sight of what was most important for many years. Today, I stand before you as someone who has direction and meaning. A single mother trying her best to take care of her children, an employee trying to show herself and the world she is worth something. I stand here today as a woman whose past does not define her. Since April 14th, 2022, I have been clean from any and all drug use other than the occasional marijuana for medicinal purposes that I have also quit entirely. Heroin being my biggest accomplishment of all. Something I chose to do 100% of my own regard, not because I had to or was made to, solely because I wanted to. I have been an active participant in my 5 children's lives, including my newly born infant. I showed the court that dedication to both responsibilities on August 13th of this year when I was in your courtroom via Zoom 4 hours after giving birth to him. I have maintained random drug screening, paid all fines and court costs up to date, reported in a timely manner with nothing but accomplishments. My life has more meaning now than it ever has. I have learned from every one of my mistakes in life. I have grown into someone my family, my friends, and others can depend on and be proud of. Your Honor, I am doing my absolute best to live right. Things have been going well for me despite what you may have heard. My life finally has direction, and I beg you to let me continue to show everyone, including myself in this court, that I continue to improve. Despite the recommendation of a year in jail takes me away from my children who need me and all the hard work that I put into the past couple of years, and only proves to add yet another year of adversity to my life. In closing, Your Honor, I understand whatever decision you make, I will respect with integrity. I just hope that it's a decision that can allow me to prove to everyone have needed for years, and I beg of you to please not take that away from me or them. Thank you sincerely from the bottom of my heart for everyone involved today. When I went and reported last time, I told Ms. Teskey that I was employed.
Anything else?
Your Honor. Your Honor, Ms. Hundinger has people who would like to speak for her at the court.
All right, anything else you want to say before sentencing? We don't do that. So,
Thank you.
all right, so it is going to be the sentence of the court that your probation will be continued for a period of 3 years for that original 3 years. So obviously you reported for 3 or 4 months, so it would be deducted from that. Here's what I'm going to do. And listen to me. I am going to order a jail term, but I'm going to order you serve something and suspend the balance. Do you understand that? So I'm going to order that you serve 6 months in jail, but I'm going to suspend all but 48 hours. You will report to the Lenawee County Jail on November 26th, which is a Wednesday at 8 a.m. What time would be a good time? 8 a.m.?
Yes.
At 8 a.m. on Wednesday, November 26th, you will serve 2 days. You'll serve Wednesday and Thanksgiving Day. I'm sorry, you got to pay for this somehow, right? And then you'll be released. You should be released by,
Still 48 hours, should do the full 48 hours.
yeah, so Friday morning you'll get released. That way you'll be able to go to work that weekend, okay? And so you'll serve that 48 hours starting November 26th. And obviously you paid off the majority of your fines and costs. You still have supervision fees of $880 that have to be paid. And I expect a monthly payment to be set up for 12 months to pay that off. So I realize you had someone pay this off for you, okay? That's kind of a history for you. Like, you have people help you, but you don't actually do it yourself. And I'm glad to hear that you're in a better place, right? You know, you have to be in a better place where you're responsible for your mistakes too, okay? So you made a lot of progress. I'm glad to hear it, but you do have a history of abstaining from probation, violating probation. Your original sentencing guidelines were, what were her guidelines on this? Ms. Teskey, I'm looking.
Your Honor, they were 0 to 9 months.
Yeah. So, you know, understand you're still going to face that. You're in jail if you violate probation. So you will face it up to a year in jail if you violate probation. You understand? So you're getting a chance to prove to us all the things you just said. Okay? Obviously, if you do well, Ms. Teskey will be able to release you halfway through.
Can I request a different probation officer?
No, I don't do that. That is the state of Michigan, the Michigan Department of Corrections. They don't work for me. I'm sorry, sir, you got a problem?
There's bias.
Okay, well, you're not a part of this proceeding, so you be quiet. Can't be quiet, leave this courtroom. Listen, your behavior is reprehensible in the past on probation, so I could see where it might be difficult to have you as a probationer, but if you do what you're supposed to do, no one's gonna give you any grief, right? You wanna leave too?
No.
Then be still and be quiet. So I don't have any authority over the Michigan Department of Corrections. They don't work for me. I don't work for them. So, sir, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. You wanna go to jail today? I don't wanna chase him, but, you will, Ms. Teskey, when do you want him to report?
I want her to report next Tuesday at 8 a.m.
So you report next Tuesday at 8 a.m. And then, you do have a right to appeal this sentence. My bailiff's gonna hand down to your notice of right to file a review. Initial and date, 1 copy for our records so that we know, that you received a copy of it. The other copies are for you. If you wish to appeal your sentence, fill out the information on the form, mail it to the address listed on the form within 42 days. All right, so you understand you need to report to Illinois County Jail on November 26th at 8 a.m. for 48 hours. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.